Hola and welcome to ProSpanish. Whether you are one of our active subscribers or you are completely new to Spanish, by the end of this lesson you'll be speaking in full sentences. So we're going to start off with a very straightforward and useful Spanish phrase, and then that is going to take us on to learn a lot more. So our phrase is this: Lo mismo para mí. Lo mismo para mí. And that means the same or the same thing, the same thing for me, the same for me. So obviously very useful when you are ordering food or drink and in lots of other contexts, but initially you'll be able to use it for that. So somebody's ordered something and you want the same and you say the same for me. Lo mismo, the same or the same thing, para mí, for me. Lo mismo, the same or the same thing, para mí, for me. Just repeat that. Lo mismo para mí. Lo mismo para mí. The same for me. How would you say, so we're going to just swap things around a little bit. How would you say for me, the same? So you could be just thinking about what you're going to order and you say, for me, the same. What would that be? And just pause the video if you need to. Para mí, lo mismo. Para mí, lo mismo. So for me, the same or the same thing. The word for it is es. Es, es is it's. How would you say it's the same? It's the same. Es lo mismo. Es lo mismo. It's the same, or it's the same thing. In Spanish, the same or the same thing, we use lo mismo. So how would you say it's the same thing? Es lo mismo. Es lo mismo. How would you say it's for me? Es para mí. Es para mí. It's for me. Es para mí. How about if you want to ask the question, is it the same? Or is it for me? In Spanish, the question is exactly the same as the statement. So, it's for me is es para mí. Is it for me? Es para mí. Exactly the same. So how would you say, is it the same? How would you say, is it the same? It's going to be 3 words. Is it the same? What would that be? And again, pause the video if you need to, if you need some thinking time. So, is it the same or is it the same thing? Would be es lo mismo. Es lo mismo. And back to what I said about a minute ago, how would you say, is it for me? Is it for me? Again, this could also be in a bar or a restaurant context. Is it for me? How would you say that? Es para mí. Es para mí. Is it for me? If you want to say it's not, we just put no at the beginning, N-O, no. So how would you say it's not the same? It's not the same. How would you say that? It's not the same. No es lo mismo. No es lo mismo. It's not the same, or it's not the same thing. How would you say it's not for me? It's not for me. What would that be? No es para mí. No es para mí. You could even say, it's not the same thing for me, or it's not the same for me. How would you say that? It's not the same for me. No es lo mismo para mí. No es lo mismo para mí. So let's quickly recap what we've learnt so far. We started off with our phrase, lo mismo para mí. The same for me. And we could say lo mismo para mí, por favor. The same for me, please. The same thing for me, please. We learnt that es is it's. So we could say it's the same thing, or it's the same. Es lo mismo. We learnt that we can ask a question in exactly the same way without changing everything, just anything else, just the tone of our voice. So we could say, is it the same? Es lo mismo. And we learnt that to make a negative, we just put no. So it's not is no es. No es. Okay, and just before we move on to the second part of the lesson, I'll mention the ProSpanish Levels 1 to 6 course. The quickest way to get you from complete beginner or near beginner right up to a conversational level of Spanish. And the downloads are available at prospanish.co.uk. Okay, so back to our lesson. If you want to say I want in Spanish, I want, we say quiero, 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 I want. Just practice saying that. Quiero, I want. Quiero, I want. How would you say I want the same? So you could be pointing at what somebody else has got, or even what somebody else has ordered, and say I want the same, or I want the same thing. What would that be? And just pause the video to give yourself some thinking time. Quiero lo mismo. Quiero lo mismo. Quiero lo mismo. I want the same. How would you say I don't want the same? And try and remember what we did to say it's not. How did we turn that into a negative? So now try and turn I want, quiero, into a negative. I don't want, and say I don't want the same. So it's going to be 4 words in total. What would it be? No quiero lo mismo. No quiero lo mismo. No quiero lo mismo. And we could add as yesterday. As yesterday. And as yesterday is que ayer. Que ayer. As yesterday. Don't worry about learning this particular phrase. We're not going to try and memorize this. But just to try and extend our sentence, how would you say, so que ayer is as yesterday. How would you say, I want the same thing as yesterday? I want the same as yesterday. What would that be? Quiero lo mismo que ayer. Quiero lo mismo que ayer. Quiero lo mismo que ayer. Okay. Algo diferente. Algo diferente. Algo diferente is something different. Something different. Algo diferente. Algo diferente. Just try that. Algo diferente. Something different. Again. Algo diferente. Algo diferente. How would you say, I want something different? Quiero algo diferente. Quiero algo diferente. How would you say, I want something? Quiero algo. How would you say, it's something? Es algo. How would you say, it's different? Es diferente. Es diferente. How would you say, it's not the same, it's different? What would that be? It's not the same, it's different. No es lo mismo, es diferente. No es lo mismo, es diferente. How would you say, I don't want the same thing, I want something different? I don't want the same thing, or I don't want the same. I don't want the same. I want something different. What would that be? No quiero lo mismo. Quiero algo diferente. No quiero lo mismo. Quiero algo diferente. And that's the end of today's lesson. Just bear in mind that these YouTube lessons are kind of just single standalone lessons, and to become a confident and a competent speaker of Spanish quickly, then you need a progressive course which builds up, which gives you the building blocks up towards conversational fluency. And this can be downloaded, the full course, the levels 1 to 6, at prospanish.co.uk.